So basically, Sensor Tech, we are developing different things for people who are blind, who are deaf, and who are deaf blind. And I'll give you some of the examples how we do projects with use of artificial intelligence and virtual reality, which is a really exciting technology. And I will show you our experience of how we can use it to help people with such disabilities. And before I will start, a few words about Sensor Tech itself. We were founded by Deafblind Connection in Russia. I'm sure you know this organization. And Deafblind Connection, well, Sensor Tech is a daughter company from the Deafblind Foundation, but we're also a non-profit organization. And we do a lot of different projects. For example, I will tell you a few areas where we will be able to speak to you, whatever you find it interesting for you, because these are really exciting areas for us. In medical sphere, we have genetic research regarding Usher syndrome, regarding RP syndrome, retinitis pigmentosa, regarding other things. And we also have some projects in the field of bionic vision. So we are working on different spheres regarding how the implants can help blind people to see, for example. So that's kind of fields where you can easily reach us, and we'll be happy to speak more about it. And I'm sorry. Another field is that we create a lot of devices which are really helpful for people who are blind, deaf, and deaf blind. Mostly all of them use artificial intelligence because we're really good in this thing. We're good at making the devices which have their own little brain and can help its user. We do a lot of projects in the field of creating apps for smartphones, for tablets, for Android, for iOS. So in this field, we also will be able to work with you in any possible way, because we are really happy to do that. And all of our apps, for example, published for free in Russia. And from time to time, we're looking to the idea of making different apps for in other countries, not only for Russia. So, and we do have projects with VR. So we use virtual reality, especially for purposes of showing people what kind of experience low vision people have, and for some other things. Okay, let's move on to the examples. And the first example is Robin. Robin is a device which we've designed, and right now it's in mass production in Russia. And this device is for people who are blind and also for people who are deaf blind, but they should have enough hearing to understand what Robin tells them, because this device has several cameras, it has a few special radars, and Robin, using artificial intelligence, tells through the headphone what's around its user, what's in front of him, what's on the left, on the right. So if a deafblind person wears a hearing aid, for example, and can hear well, Robin can be paired through the Bluetooth with this hearing aid, and all the information which, well, I actually have it here. You know, it's not super small, but well, it's really in the hand. You can hold it really firmly. So basically, if you push the button, you scan the environment in front of you, and Robin super fast and super accurately tells me or its user what's in front of me. For example, it can detect persons, like it can tell you that there are some people standing in front of you. It can also recognize their faces, the faces of the people, and it can tell who exactly in front of you. For example, your friend, your relatives. It can detect buses, cars, big objects, small objects, doors, sometimes stairs, and many other things. It can also recognize pedestrian signs like crosswalk and other things like a bus stop. And all that Robin does without any internet connection. So this is our biggest innovation here. We've designed hardware and software so tight, and it works extremely fast, that it can recognize all these objects without any internet, cloud computing, or anything else. All inside this device. And yes, it's pricey right now. The cost is $2,500. And of course, it's huge amount of money. And there is no possible way of how we can do it like for $100 or $50. Yes, it's super high tech and it's pricey. And right now, for example, in Russia, we are working with the government to put this device into the governmental program, so these robins could be provided for free for deafblind people and for blind people in Russia. And I know that in many countries, governments have the similar program, or insurance companies can cover the costs. So right now we're pretty confident in Russia. We know that users like the idea of Robin. For example, we have an older woman. She's a deafblind, and on her dacha, she plays hide and seek with her grandchildren, because she programmed Robin with the faces of her grandchildren, and that's how she plays hide and seek. She's like scanning the environment and tries to find their grandchildren. So this is like a super interesting technology and super useful device, and we're constantly developing new features. We're adding more functions. For example, in a few months, we'll publish the update, which will give this device the ability to read texts. So I can point it at the paper, for example, push the button, and after 10 to 20 seconds, Robin will start to read what's written on this paper. And we really believe that with this kind of technology, we can create a system which could be useful for blind and deafblind people as everyday device. And of course, in some way, it could substitute a person. For example, blind and deafblind people will be much more confident with this device. That's our future goals. And one more thing, of course, Robin is not designed to use instead of white cane or guide dog. No, white cane, guide dog is still there. That's the huge thing for people who are blind and deafblind. This is like the addition device, which can recognize obstacles, which could be at this level, for example. Using AI algorithms, it can recognize things which you cannot recognize with your white cane. So it's a great addition to a white cane or a guide dog. Yes, let's move to the next device, which also uses AI technology, the kind of technology which can convert speech to text. The idea is pretty simple. We need a solution which can help people with normal hearing and normal vision to communicate with the people who have hearing impairments or who are deafblind. And we also designed, and right now it's also in mass production in Russia, this device Charly. It's at the bottom. Also, here it is. You can see it's good looking. It's not really huge. It has different communication ports and etc. So this Charly, how it's working? I put the Charly on the table. I connect to it a monitor, a TV. I can also connect a smartphone to it or a tablet. And I speak my language in Russian, and Charly, using AI, transform the speech to text, and it shows the text on the screen in real time. It's really fast and really convenient. It's the same approach as the big corporation have, like Google, like Microsoft, like Apple, and some other companies. But we've created a device which is extremely interesting and useful for people who have hearing impairments and who are deafblind. And our idea right now, and we have a lot of purchases from different organizations like social security centers, like nonprofits who work with such people. They put this device into their organization, and it's super fast and super convenient for them to talk to their clients or to people who they need to help, who have hearing impairments or deafblindness. We also measured the metrics, and for example, for Russia, using Charly is 2 times faster than to use a sign language interpretation. We've tested it with different organizations. That's just a fact for Russia. And also using Charly with this AI algorithms is 6 times cheaper than using a sign language interpretation. Of course, it's not a general rule because all people are different, and some of the people just cannot understand, or it's not appropriate for them to read texts. We understand that, but in general, well, in many cases, we figured out that metrics. And what else can you do with Charly? Sadly, yes, it is pricey because it uses a high-tech microphone array. It has a mini computer inside. You can use it. Well without constantly without a wire to a power outlet. It has a battery inside it. But this device right now do speech-to-text recognition using cloud, using our servers. So it still needs an internet connection. But it has many opportunities how you can adjust your environment. For example, you can connect using HDMI any display, any projector, anything. You can also create a special link and transfer this subtitles, this text, to the internet, which is useful for conferences like this. You share a QR code, you scan it, and every person who attends to a conference can read the text using their mobile phones. It also has a special mode for deafblind people, and that's how it's working. Using a USB connection, you can connect your Braille display to Charly, and we have a support for any modern Braille displays. And using this connection, all the things which I'm saying, all the text will automatically will be deafblind person can read it at their Braille display, which is really huge. And they can also answer to it from the Braille display. And that's like a really unique feature. It's super cool, and we've tested it with many deafblind people. That's kind of a unique technology because no one, as we know, for Russia, it's 100% sure, provides such a great way of communicating with deafblind people. And because it's plug to play, it's super convenient. Everyone does not need any special knowledge about, well, hardware or software. It's like a super easy. It's like TV. It's like Apple TV for your TV at home. It's really convenient, fast, and super easy to use. And well, right now, our major partners, of course, from different organizations like hospital, like social service centers, educational institutions, from all the organizations which work with people who have hearing impairments or who are deafblind. And for right now, we only have a support for English, or I'm sorry, for Russian language. So for example, to start a pilot project in Romania or other countries, we need to have like a partner in this country who can provide for us the service for speech to text recognition. If there is such partner, we can have a pilot project super fast. Of course, for a pilot project, we can integrate a Google API from Google Corporation, but they cost a lot. They're not cheap. And well, the quality sometimes is not very good. I mean, the quality of speech to text recognition. So if you're interested, we'll be glad to test all this at your countries. And right now we're moving to the section of our apps. We've designed these apps and we published them for free in Russia. I think that mostly all of them you can also download from another countries, but the interface will be in Russian. So the first app is about object recognition. It's the same idea which Robin has. The app allows you to recognize different things for like chairs, like persons, cars, and other things. It has a special mode for doors and stairs recognition. So it will tell you that this is a door, this is a stair. And it has another mode for recognizing pedestrian signs, like a crosswalk, as you can see it on the picture, and other things. And of course, this using such app is quite difficult for people who are deafblind, especially for people who are totally deafblind. But still, we've integrated a feature that you can add to your favorite objects special vibrations. For example, if you want to use your app to tell you through the vibration that there is a person in front of you, I think that deafblind person still can use it because you need to activate the app, and after that it will vibrate if there is a person in front of you. But for most of the cases, of course, for deafblind people, it's harder to use, but for blind people, it's really convenient and it's free. It has well, it has less functions than Robin has, but still it's really convenient. We have like thousands of downloads in Russia for this app. Also, we've published 2 years ago the app which can recognize different banknotes. So it's for recognizing different monies. And this is like a super hit in Russia. For this app, we have like 10,000 downloads in Russia. It's like a must-have app for people who are blind. And it's really popular. So for example, if I have like 1,000 rubles, I use this app and it will tell me it's like 1,000 rubles. If I have 500 rubles, it will tell me it's 500 rubles. So it's really convenient, really fast, really accurate. And we also have a mode for deafblind people in this app, because for each banknote, you can add different type of vibrations, like one type of vibrations for 100 rubles, another kind of vibrations for 500 rubles, and etc. And we know that many deafblind people also like this idea and technology, but well, mostly it's popular for blind people. Yes, of course. And of course, both these apps use machine vision. So it's AI algorithms. We create a huge database of different things, different images. And after going through our servers, we make the app understand what kind of banknote and what kind of objects are in front of the camera of the smartphone. Let's move to parts of the virtual reality. And we have the whole family of projects and products which called See My World. And this is the virtual reality system which can simulate different eye diseases. So for example, you can program it to the vision of the exact person, and you can show other people how this exact person with low vision sees right now. It's really complicated algorithm. It's mathematics, it's modern technologies, and also AI in this product. But we have this standalone system, and we visited like really hundreds of different events in Russia, and we have a huge line of people who want to understand how the people with low vision see and other things. And all standalone system with a VR helmet. And we also have apps which are available. One app available is for Android and for iOS. And we also have a special professional app, which is available only for iOS. And right now I will, like for a few minutes, we'll show you what kind of amazing simulation you can do with this app. And it's free. You can open your, if you're iOS user, you can open your app store and type SMW Pro, and you will be able right now to download it. To do the demonstration, I'll connect to the conference with iPad. Just one sec. It will take a few moments.
It's very interesting, Denis. I mean, it feels like we are watching a sci-fi movie.
Thank you. All right. So I'm sorry for this, but Okay, this is the app. So I'll activate it. And this is the menu with different cases of different people. For example, I can start the case without trauma. And I'm sorry, just a few moments. You can see that people which have eye trauma have this blood thing at their right eye. But using the special preset, I move the situation further. I'm sorry, just one sec. I didn't thought this through the demonstration part. And you see that the bloody thing, it shrinks. It's less right now. And after a few more time, it's completely disappeared.
We can see you.
Well, you cannot see the...
We need to download the app, each of us.
No. Sorry. Okay, now I'll do it another way, I guess. Well, I shared the second screen. Can you see it? I've connected with the iPad now. Okay.
No, that's the problem. Yes,
Yeah,
this
well,
is the
doesn't
best way. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. This thing, for example, it's an eye trauma. So you can see the blood on the red eye. It's about, for example, car accident. And moving the slides forward, you can see how the vision improved and this eye trauma shrinks. And after a few months later, it's completely gone. And you can see the normal vision. And for example, let's go to the most interesting case. We have many of them, but I'll show you only one more. It's you know that there is a gene therapy which can restore the vision of people with retinitis pigmentosa. And for example, we have the simulation for this case. This is how people with retinitis pigmentosa can see right now. It's not much, but after a treatment, they can see a little bit better. After more treatment, after a few months, they can see much better. Well, not much, but still it's better. And well, it's easier for you to play with this app, I guess, because I didn't thought through the whole simulation thing, but still you can simulate different eye diseases and you can see how they progress in time, for example, and that's how you can share the knowledge about this. Well, at this slide, you can see that you can simulate like macular degeneration, a cataract, keratoconus, and other things. And right now we've tested it that it's improved the empathy of doctors and the empathy of people who are helping low vision people, because then you can see what this person goes through. It's really improved the communication between the, for example, doctor or a specialist and this low vision person. Well, of course, we received the help from different organizations in Russia, mostly it's grants from different companies and governmental companies, and we are really glad that we have that support right now, because it's really, really important for us to do all that. And right now we have the team of more than 30 people. Not all of them are in that picture, but still we are really glad what we're doing. And I think that if any of this interesting for you, you can always drop me a letter using this email address, and I'll be happy to communicate and discuss all that. Or you can use a WhatsApp app, and using this, type me a line if any of this is interesting for you, I'll be happy to discuss all that. So with this, I think it's time to end, and thank you.